ni Elisam TV. Jicho lako, sikio lako.
Jambo and welcome to Elisam TV. My name is Richard Kabiru and this is the County Mirror. Today we have a guest today and we will be talking about self-reflection as a leader. In our studios today we have Mr. Lawrence. Bwana Lawrence, karibu sana. You can introduce yourself better.
Thank you very much for having me today and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you.
My name is Lawrence Gishane. I'm a graduate of the International Leadership University in Nairobi, and I'm very passionate about leadership and matters leadership, and especially the youth. Let me give you an overview of self-reflection as a leader. Before any person takes the leadership journey, he ought to ask themselves several questions. And this could be like, why do I want to become a leader? And what does it entail to be a leader? If the answers to these questions have anything to do with prestige, power, and self-interest, then I think that leader is not worth taking the position. But if they are more about leadership in the whole, then I think that's the leader to be.
Now, thank you so much. If we go deeper on the same, you have mentioned about if a leader wants that seat because of money and some few other things. Right now, what we know is that when we see someone is rich, we say that guy is not going to steal or to be a corrupt leader because he protects his wealth. If you reflect into it, is it adding up?
It doesn't add up. Currently, we are having this talk about a dynasty and hustler movement where we are actually trending on a very wrong path. And it's not before long that we'll find that we've really gone on the wrong end. For a leader to have that self-reflection, they need to understand themselves much better before they are evaluated by the people. Once they have done a self-evaluation and they have been able to understand their weaknesses, then they can look for a way of identifying how they can work with those weaknesses as they identify how they want to become a leader.
Thank you so much. Now, right now, can we have a leader who does not have money? What is your thought? Can a leader be elected without money? Because we think those people who want leadership are the people who have money, or is it a mentality?
I think that's a very long mentality. Resources and leadership are just a complementing factor. One complements the other. So for a leader to have money, it cannot necessarily be said that a leader with money is a good leader. In fact, a leader who is looking for power and wealth is just looking for bad leadership, because you just need love to understand what the other part comes in. And if leadership was to be about wealth, then we will be having very few leaders, as opposed to the leaders who want to really understand why they want to have it in the first place. So we really need to separate the two. If it is about leadership, it is leadership, then the money follows.
Okay, so you don't need to be a very rich guy to be a leader. That is the mentality that we need to erase in our mind, basically.
Yeah, let me say that has been a long issue with us, that anybody who is in power must be having wealth. But we are not asking ourselves, where has he gotten this wealth for? And how is this wealth commensurate to the leadership itself?
How does a leader get to know that he have covered that area of self-reflection?
Any leader who has advanced to a certain level in leadership, where he is able to understand himself, having done a self-evaluation, is quite clear what self-reflection is. And he is able to understand this because his followers are able to tell him where he is at that particular time.
We'll go for a break. We'll be back.
Hii ni Elisam TV. Jicho lako, sikio lako.
Welcome back. This is the County Mirror on Elisam TV. My name is Richard Kabiru. We continue with our topic, reflection. in leadership. Now, Bwana Lawrence, leaders say that overstaying in power is where we get the problem in leadership. But the same leaders are the ones who are, we can see same leaders overstaying in power. How would you talk about that issue?
When it comes to self-reflection and a leader staying in power for long, it's more about the lack of nurturing an individual, and that also has to do with mentoring. The reason behind this is that a leader gets to a point where he appears to feel he's the only one who can lead, and that he has been endorsed for life, which makes it quite impossible even to the others to take a leap into that area. And this is something we've witnessed over time, and it is quite prevalent in Africa, as we've witnessed the other day in a neighboring country. And I believe that if leaders began to understand why they need to lead and give that position to somebody else, with time, we will get very good leadership. And leadership in Africa will be a role model to the other world.
So, and also, I'd wish we talk about, you see, right now, when one is in power, they use the same power, I think, to corrupt the country, to corrupt the leadership. Because when one is in leadership, they feel that the other person who is in opposition should not lead. And the power that they have is the power that they use so that they can curb that person for him not to get into the leadership. And now we see in most of the countries, in Africa mostly, we have inherited leadership. Like I want to rule for my tenure. And after that, I use the constitution. We change the constitution so that I can prolong my stay on that seat. And then after that, I want a person who we are dedicated to inherit the same leadership. What would you say about it when it comes to self-reflection in leadership?
Let me begin by saying that power lies with the people and not vice versa. If any leader wants to lead or have a continuity in their family lineage, we're simply talking about leadership that has gone wrong. And that is where self-reflection comes in. If a leader has to lead to a point where he exhausts all ideas and nothing fresh to offer to the people, it is the people who are supposed now to come on above and take over, not necessarily through a revolution, but by using the organs that they have been provided. For example, the Constitution in every government allows them to use a certain amount of power to enact a new leader. This could be through an impeachment. This could be through a change of leadership. This could be through a call for another election. Because we have seen incidents where leaders want to die on the seat. And they have really made their country economically bankrupt. Their ideas are no longer viable. So it is the high time we saw a self-reflection being applied in these areas.
If the leaders are not obeying the Constitution, how can we use it as a tool to try and curb things the right way?
The power that is vested on a leader by the people through the Constitution should not be abused by the same leader expecting to get different results. The whole idea behind this is to have people who are knowledgeable in order to lead with very little areas of discomfort to the people. The citizens should be given the power to understand that this leader who is leading us is only there to give us what we expected him to do when we elected him to office. If he does not perform, then the judiciary and all the other organs, which are independent, should be given a chance also to work as without any interference. The issue of disobeying court orders that shows a very bad precedence, especially set by the system, whereby leaders have continuously resorted to this kind of mannerisms, which gives a bad image even to others, because the same law will be applied to a normal citizen, and he will not understand why it is harsh on him and not the leader.
Okay, thank you so much, Bona Lawrence. And now there is this thing, when a leader is elected, he wants to come in with new people from the judiciary all the way. So that all the people that have come in with, they'll dance to my tune. And then now the common man, the common mwananchi will have no say. We have seen our neighbors here. They are not even allowed to hold peaceful demonstrations. Those people are beaten. Where is the law? Where is the law? Where is the law?
You cannot say that you'll put new wine in old wineskins. But at least when you are electing people who you want to be with in power, it will be an advantage to you, but a disadvantage to the people if you continue having the same lot over time, because they will not give you new ideas. Remember, if it is a self-based style of leadership, it is quite clear you'll just want to benefit as a leader. And so whatever you're going to hear from the people you've elected or selected to work with you might not be of much use to you, and they might actually be the ones who are going to be destroying you. So I'd advise such a leader to dump such people and get the right type of people.
How I feel, and I think most of the people feel, is that once people are in power, there is no way they still use that power to drive the country the way they feel. Because I think in Africa, it is very hard to see a one-time president, because once they are elected, when they go there, they still extend their terms. And I think that is where the problem comes in. They change the constitution. Now we have a different type of thing, and still what we think and what is in most of people's mind is that when you are in a big seat, you control the system. Once you control the system, you are the person, your opposer doesn't have power, doesn't have any power, because if you control the system, we think the system is the one that will know who comes next, who comes. I think that is the trend. That is what goes on. Can this change?
Let me say, too much power corrupts. Excessive power to a leader is obsolete. It should be the other way. The power should be with the people, and the leader should know that it is in exercising the same power that will enable him, give him a chance if he wants to be re-elected.
Thank you so much, Bona Lawrence. I think we will reach there for today, and next time we are going to continue on the same. We will dig deeper and know. So I want you to give your last words to the viewers so that we can close there.
Self-reflection to a leader is of essence. Any kind of leader, be it in the church, be it in the political scene, be it even at the family level. Once you have identified your weaknesses as a leader, then you'll be able to amend the areas that require you to apply your leadership skills. Because leadership is simply about influence. You cannot influence a bad issue and expect to get good results. That would be very paramount for any leader who wants to understand what leadership entails.
Thank you so much. That's it for today. This is Elisam TV, County Mirror. And remember to follow us on our social platforms. That is Facebook. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and also on YouTube. You can also write to us on our Gmail. That is elisamtvkenya@gmail.com. Until next time, it's a goodbye.
Hii ni Elisam TV, jicho lako, sikio lako.